Betty. All right, so let me put closed captioning on just so that we can hear. So again, this was Betty from this morning, and it's a very short live. And Sinner, just whenever you want me to pause, just say so.
Okay.
Good morning. We are having technical No!
Got him! Got him!
What?
Got her. She got you. I wouldn't want people to see that either if I were her.
But Betty, I screen recorded it. Oh, hey, Betty. Her sister or daughter. I'm like starstruck. I'm really glad you're here. Betty's in chat.
Oh, good. How's it going, Betty? I'd love to debate you about pretty much anything.
Be nice, people.
Well, since Betty's here, maybe she can answer the question as to, which children she would decide to euthanize and which she wouldn't. Because really, that's my biggest bone to pick with her. Also, hopefully she's still listening. Just because some people might be arguing with someone you're in a legal battle with doesn't mean you're gaining new allies. Believe that.
Oh, Betty, you're so sweet. Thank you.
No new allies for that lady. Nope.
My views need a lift, so thought I'd swing by. Well, Betty 1, Emmy 0. Well played.
I doubt
Well
that.
played indeed.
Now, if she would be like a grown-up and unblock you in her chat so you can have civil discourse, that'd be fun.
Oh, I agree.
It's so fun having Betty in the chat. It really, she's her biggest enemy.
And when you're attacked for 2 years over lies, yeah, you have to remind people there is a human being. Absolutely. So y'all should just stop the hate. And I will say, I actually did have a student today who said they didn't deserve a birthday. Their birthday is next week. And they said, I don't deserve a birthday party. And I was like, what do you mean you don't deserve a birthday party? And they were like, I'm a bad kid. And I said, you're not a bad kid. You make bad choices. And that's what I feel about you, Betty. You're not a bad person. You make bad choices, in my opinion. That's all it is. I mean, I don't know you, and you're right. I don't know you. So I don't know if I would like you or dislike you. I just don't like some of the choices that you make. There's a huge difference in that. Because you can like someone and not agree with their choices. I mean, Betty, if you're still here and you'd want to come up on panel, I will email you the link, even though you told me not to contact you anymore. Menace, well, I was trying to watch the recent live, but she got me. And I mean, I love that, Betty. Like, you really, like, that was so well played. Like, I'm still, that was like the best thing ever. Like, she got me. Got him! Got him! And actually, Betty, I'm glad that you mentioned that, the protests. So I can only speak for myself. For me, it's not about the protests. I mean, protesting is, that is one of our rights as Americans. What I don't like is, I'm going to speak on Layla because that's what I've been really reviewing you for, is Layla's case. It was really hard to hear you say things that alluded to the fact that Layla was dead. That's what really bothered me. A victim of ST because she has to pay off a debt. Like, to me, that is just so dehumanizing. I don't think any of us, everybody could be evil. Absolutely. Have I said things that I regret in my life? Absolutely. Am I evil? Hell no. You knew they were lies and you all couldn't just stop? What a shame. What were lies, though? That's what I don't understand.
Exactly. Nothing spoken over on this channel that I've observed have been lies.
And I've only been here, I started my channel in February, but I didn't really start going live until April. So
those crying baby noises outside of a home in a situation like that is so grimy, and you deny that.
Quit repeating what lies and start listing them by all means.
She thinks we're going to do work for her. She knows all the shit she's done wrong. She knows. There's a whole archive of brilliant content creators that have made videos about all the things she's done wrong. Let's cut the shit, Betty.
So Betty says, I'm just curious, who are you helping with all this? You're not helping the family. All you're doing is trying to get clicks and views, which is not true. I have a freaking job. It's not about clicks and views. I do stories. Like, yeah, I do review you, but it's not about clicks and views to me. Like, I have a job. I make money. I can pay my bills without YouTube. I do this because it's fun. And I helped the family. I helped Layla's dad, George, and her stepmom, Brittany, by giving them a platform. And I will say, Betty, They reached out to me. I did not reach out to them. And I mean, maybe one day we can have a conversation, because then maybe, you know, we could both get clicks and views, in your opinion. I just don't understand how a teacher can be so hateful all the time, and you are teaching our children. That makes me sick to my stomach. I do know that because you have said that on one of your lives. And I will say, if you haven't learned who I truly am by the way that I'm conversing with you right now, there's no way I'm going to be able to change your mind.
You're a fraud. You never went to law school. You know nothing about the law. Double shame on you.
Actually, Betty, I'm showing you kindness right now.
I'm not. Fuck her.
Well, I know you're not, but I am.
Go get ready for court, Betty.
Do you want to talk about bad behavior all the time? What is this day after day after day when you're not getting the views that you need on your other stuff, you start bashing Betty? But I don't bash you. I don't bash you. I call out things that I don't agree with. I call out choices you make that I find deplorable, repulsive, disgusting, abhorrent. Betty says, nobody controls the actions of another person, so trying to control me, I'm not trying to control you, is just going to make me show you cannot control me, so quit trying to control someone you have no control over.
Her fucking brain is broken, I swear. What is going on? Andrea, get help. Right away.
I'm not trying to control you. I'm just calling out bad behavior or bad choices. I'm not trying, you've said you can't be changed. I'm not trying to change you. But what I am doing is showing people a different way that they could have responded. All right, so Betty says, I thought for a mother to be put in jail that brutalized a 20-month-old child, she was around other kids. I had every right to do so, and that's what I did. But there's a difference between protesting and harassing or heckling. I mean, I will go where I want. I will do what I want. I will search for who I want. I will run the stories that I want. Not who I want, but I get what you're saying. I will do whatever I want, and you guys are just going to have to learn to accept it. I'm not accepting it.
What is she, like Dr. fucking Seuss? Nobody cares what she does. Just don't do weirdo, dumb shit, or else you're going to continue to be called out on it. There's no mystery, lady. Fuck.
And it looks like Betty may be in the bushes. I've said my piece. Y'all have a good night.
Of course.
Granny, I agree with you. At least she came in here knowing she strongly dislikes. She's acknowledged she's done things wrong. Maybe she's trying to change her ways. Maybe. I mean, I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like... I was surprised she popped in too, but it's not like she's like over here. She's not pumping any fear over here. Nobody... I mean, I don't think anyone's going to take her seriously unless she's going to be serious, and obviously she's not. So...
And Betty asked, then why don't you review others? It's fun hitting people. Great job. Actually, Betty, you're the only person that I can tolerate. You're the only person I can tolerate. Tyler Feller talks too slow. JLR, boring. Dolly, boring. Super boring at that.
JLR has those props, though. That's I can watch him on mute when he's standing in front of a refrigerator using, like, frozen foods as a prop and just laugh. It's so funny.
And I'm hoping Betty's still here because I see she wrote in chat, you judged me before you even had the first conversation. There's nothing we have to discuss, young lady. Actually, I'm an old lady, Betty, because I'm older than you. But actually, I think we're the same age now. We're both 45. Betty, we did have a conversation when I was Emmy Headstone. And you brought up the court case, Packingham versus North Carolina. And I commented on one of your videos about that case, and you blocked me. So I attempted to have a conversation, but because it, in my opinion, was not the narrative or discussion you wanted, you blocked me. And so then I became Headstones and Headlines.
Yeah, that's the same experience I had with her. I didn't know her from anyone, and then I found out, and I saw she had a morning show. I was up early, called in, and she was just despicable. I mean, I the first time I called, it came in kind of hot. Second time, I thought I was being respectful. She thought I was the glare, or someone named Will. I don't know.
Betty says, don't worry, I know I bring in the bacon baby, so I expect your numbers to even grow bigger than you probably had him for an evening.
Betty, we all know you.
What is she saying? Is she bringing, like...
She's bringing that gray bacon from the dollar store.
Yeah, but what is she talking about? That my numbers to even grow bigger than you probably had him for an evening? What does that mean? Like, stop talking in code.
Once you like consume the whole gallon of red wine from a box, like, you don't make sense anymore.
So Betty says, that is your opinion center. Just because you have the opinion doesn't mean, and I am the only one that gives back to these families financially. But man, that's your choice. That's a choice that you made, Betty. I mean, I give families exposure. I give them a voice. I don't have time to do what you do because I have a fucking job. I work like 50 hours a week, and then I work when I get home, as why my lives about you and my clips of you have decreased significantly.
I do plenty for my community. And I don't have to go, get all sweaty in the woods with my hands full of electronics that strangers bought me to do it.
Why don't you come out and help search for a missing person? It might change your opinion about me. Come to New York. Come to New York. Like I said, I have a job. I have summers off. So if there's something during the summer, but you told me not to contact you. So that would be an issue. You told me not to contact you. So I'm not going to. But if you contact me, maybe we can have a conversation and it'll just be you and I. And there we go. Someone said she's drunk.
So what? I don't judge her because she's drunk. I judge her because she's an asshole.
Well, yeah. My numbers are much better than this. You ladies here. So if I'm here, there's a reason why I'm here. And trust me, it has nothing to do with my numbers or hers. I'm done with the BS. Okay.
It sounds like it. I'm convinced. Somebody bust out the mimosas. It's all better now.
So Betty says, I'm not the one talking about you. You're talking about me. And I would think that our teacher would at least get a baseline before she made an opinion. Well, here's the thing, Betty. I did. I watched you from November to when you blocked me around January, February as Emmy Headstone. I did watch you. And then we had the disagreement about Packingham versus North Carolina, and you blocked me. So that ended the conversation. You've never once tried to contact me Betty, I have. I sent you a link to a Koberger document you couldn't find. I mean, do you want me to show you the email you sent me?
Because I will.
Betty says, I don't want to hear your excuses. There is no excuse. You're not blocked on my Gmail. I know I'm not blocked on your Gmail. You told me not to contact you again. So I haven't, because I respected your request. You chose not to reach out before you ran with this nonsense that you knew was nonsense, young lady. I love that, young lady. I thought you were leaving, upsetty Betty. Oh, she says, I never said I went to law school. I went to school to become a paralegal, and yes, I do have a legal background, and yes, I do have over 10 years of experience.
A legal background? I mean, being arrested 45 times doesn't give you a legal background. I mean, fighting with cops in outside of a victim's home is not, that's interacting with the law, Betty. There's a distinct difference between the two.
And this is the kind of crap that most people in here would never support. Way to go. Do you beat your wife too? I don't know who that's directed to. So it's so easy when you guys do wrong. You guys are just ready to sweep it under the rug. But shit I did 10 years ago or shit I did 2 years ago, you guys can't let go of explain that to me. So
I didn't do anything wrong. I don't think Emmy did anything wrong as far as
no, and I haven't brought up what you did 10 years ago. I review what you're doing right now. Okay, so Betty says, yet you don't call out your own bad behavior, all your own bad choices like bullying another creator. You don't do this to anybody else but me. That is bullying. But I'm not. I'm reviewing you.
It's not about you. It's about shitty people. You just happen to be one of them.
Betty says, you had no right. You lied to your audience. You misrepresented. You did that. You chose to intentionally do that. I don't know. Like, you have to stop talking in code. Like, I am a smart person, but I don't do riddles. And so you have to be specific. Like, tell me what I lied about. What did I lie about? Tell me. I don't understand what the fuck is going on. Betty says, you've had every opportunity to come clean, and you chose to still misrepresent. You knew behind the scenes they were misrepresenting me, and you chose to run with their narrative.
All right, time out. Who is they? Who's representing her, and what narrative? She's
right, like, be specific.
She actually thinks, like, she's so deep in her own fucking paranoia. 6 days, Betty, you're going to be in court, and you're trying to blame everyone else for your horrible decisions. This is fucking rich. What are you even babbling about? You should get offline, Betty, before you get your dumb ass in more trouble. Seriously. You're going to get eaten fucking live in a couple of days in Illinois.
All right, so, Betty, one thing to know, I am not the drama community. I am not. I am a commentary channel, and I do stories I care about. I am not the drama community. The drama community is trying to make drama, and I choose to ignore it. The only time I have not ignored it is when I defended my friend, Bash. That is the only time I have gone to the drama community. All right, well, shame on me, Betty.
Well, I mean, all the time she's wasted with her sweaty little hands, like misspelling words. She
could have just come on panel. Betty says, when you become the same thing that you say you hate, that's when you know you have really made some crucial errors. Well, I haven't become what I hate. I am never, in your own words, Betty, I will never be a Bullhorn Betty. And you have got that that is one thing that you have not misrepresented. I will never be you. Ever.
I mean, if you just look at that comment, when you become the same thing, who's become what thing? What is she
she's talking in code.
It's like
riddles. Oh, she has a question for you, Sinner, even though she doesn't answer your questions. I was associated with hundreds of protests. What are you talking about, Sinner? I know the wall inside and out when it comes to protesting.
I don't believe her at all. I mean, me personally, if she really wants to know, I've been a First and Second Amendment activist my entire life. Spent 8 years in the Marines. I've traveled many places to protest big events. But that's none of your business. I'm not doing it to impress strangers like you are, Betty. I do it because it makes me feel good. You're so proud to be an American. Well, I took an oath to defend your stupid ass.
So Betty says, no, you're bullying. There's a point everybody knows about me. They know about my past. What more could you possibly say about me that people don't already know? But I don't talk about your past. I don't fucking care.
She just does not get it.
It's not about your past. It's not about your protest. It's about what you're doing right now. The past is the past. You can't change it. You can only change what happens next. You all need Jesus, and you need to get a life.
Oh, yeah. It's so Christ-like to come into a chat and say you need Jesus.
AMAC.
It's like the most judgmental shit in the world.
AMAC says...
Again, she wouldn't know Christianity if she was thumb wrestling Christ himself.
Well, if it just didn't appear that way, maybe I would take the link, but you should have offered it long before it got to this point. You chose not to. Shame on you.
Oh, my God.
You've never come over here before, and you told me not to talk to you, and you blocked me. So, suck it, Betty.
Raise your hand if you believe that Betty makes any damn sense at all.
I'm not sure what I think she's talking about the bill where it said she couldn't protest in front of families' homes anymore. I'm not sure. I'm so far behind. Oh, yes. Okay, so I was right. She says she can still protest anywhere in the state of Florida. I choose. Oh. Betty says, I'm not trying to control anybody's conversation. As a matter of fact, I'm being a participant in it because I think it's so stupid that you guys sit around and have nothing better to talk about. Listen, Betty, years ago, I was at a job and I found out that all of my coworkers were having a meeting about me because they thought I was making them look bad with productivity. And I was upset because I felt some sort of way. And after talking to my mom said, if someone has that much time on their hands to talk about you, you must be pretty fucking important. So there you go. And Betty says, yes, I'm angry. I want this shit to stop. So Betty, then please send me an email. I will put my email in the chat again. And we can have a conversation. But if you do really fucked up shit, you can bet your bottom dollar I'm going to review your shit. Absolutely. And Betty said, I was hoping for it just to be laid to rest like all the behind-the-scenes problems y'all have. So no one on here ever hears about that? Why? Okay, well, one thing I do want to clear up, Betty, I don't have any back chats or back chat rooms. I don't have Discord servers. I don't have time for that. I don't even have time to read the emails I get from people who subscribe to me. So I don't know the behind-the-scenes bullshit. I know what I see at face value. Bullhorn says, why does my bad behavior get broadcasted, but none of the behind-the-scenes behavior makes it here? Because I don't do any behind-the-scene bullshit. I am not a part of anybody's Discord server. The only people I talk on on Discord are my mods.
It's like what is this?
She's clumping me in with drama channels. I'm not drama.
Yeah, she's trying to involve you in all that weird shit. Like,
yeah, I am.
Betty Emmy doesn't have any like clandestine, super secret meetings against you or anything. I mean, you make work easy.
Oh, she was here to be heard, and you are being heard. But it would make things a lot easier if you chose to click the link, because it is still pinned for you, Betty. So I mean, the offer is still there. I'm not here for entertainment. I'm here to talk to Emmy. Okay, fine. And Betty, you need to be specific. What misinformation did I run with? What bullshit lies? Like, you're talking in code. Like,
yeah, she still hasn't claimed one legitimate lie.
What am I running with? The fact that you said Layla is dead without saying she's dead? The fact that you said Layla was involved in ST because allegedly she may owe people money? Like, what the fuck? Is that misinformation? Is that what you're talking about? Oh, she says, yeah, Amy, thank you for the $50, by the way. That's exactly why I didn't privatize it. Money maker. I mean, it is clever, but $50? Oh, Betty. Thanks for the love and support from the Bullhorn Betty channel. Straight to you, babe. Well, right back at you, boo-boo.
I don't speak for Emmy, but I don't love or support your sloppy situation, Betty. 0%.
And Betty's still here. You don't find it wrong that you both have never met me, never spoke with me, but both of you know me so well that you can sit up there and tell people exactly how I think? Because you videotape everything. Of course we know what you think because you tell us.
Exactly. I mean, if I had to meet every person that has been proven to be a bad person, if I had to meet them in person, then my opinion of people would probably be a lot higher. But I know there are plenty of shitty people that I've never met in real life. And I feel that you're one of those shitty people, Betty. Get it? Your logic is not logical.
Yeah, and I Betty, like, I'm done with the code, like, the maze comments. Like, you need to just say what you mean. Like, what are you talking about? Stop being so vague.
She's being this way. I mean, she's not being specific because, I mean, there's nothing. She got nothing.
I am not your entertainment. I am not to be broadcasted for your live streams. Do you understand that? But I'm not broadcasting. I'm live streaming.
Does she not realize that she's in a chat of a live stream, actively participating in a conversation right now?
Right. I want to know why you still have the video of Ethan Chapin up that came from his family and you're making money off of it. That's one question I have. Another question, well, I have a lot of questions. Another question that came to mind is, why do you still have the fake audio up that was debunked about the Idaho 4?
Oh, yeah, that's shameful. Mm-hmm. I mean, I've forgotten more things that she's done that are just creepy.
And Laura Lee, great question. Bullhorn Betty, how do you justify a fake video on your channel about the Idaho 4? How can you claim to respect the families? Come on, it's wrong. Take it down. For those of you who may not know, this is Sinner that is up on panel with me. We were planning on reviewing Betty today, but she scrapped that plan.
Got him! Got him!
Thank you everyone for being here. It didn't go the way I planned, but it was interesting to say the least. Tomorrow I will go live on the bus accident in Orange County, New York. But until then, I hope you all have a great night, and I will see you on the flip side.